What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Devin. I hope that you will consider sticking around and subscribing. I've also got my puppy girl Napa back there. She's very sleepy today, but she's been making a lot of cameos in my videos lately, so I always like to introduce her as well because she hangs out with us while we hang out and do makeup. And of course, if you are not new, as always, welcome back. You know I love you. So for today's video, of course, I am always extremely excited to talk about makeup. It's my favorite thing to talk about, but today I'm like straight up giddy today about today's video. I am so excited about the collection that we are going to be talking about today. So we are going to be playing with a whole bunch of products from the Colourpop Limoncello collection. I'm dead. So I don't have the whole collection here, but I definitely do have a fair few of the products here. I ordered this on launch day, but I was at work when it launched and I kind of forgot about it. So I just snagged what I was able to grab. So, I mean, this is the Italian summer inspired makeup collection that I did not know I needed from Colourpop. The packaging, the vibe, just everything about it makes my heart just like ache to go back to Italy. So I already know I'm gonna talk a ton through this video. What else is new? So without further ado, if you are interested in hanging out with me and playing with this Colourpop Limoncello collection, as always, grab yourself a drink first. I unfortunately am not drinking limoncello today. Limoncello or limoncello? What do you say? I feel like I actually more often say limoncello, just like in everyday conversation, but I feel like when I read it, I'm like limoncello. Like that's how I feel like I should be saying it. So anyway, I'm not drinking limoncello today, but I am drinking some Minute Maid light lemonade. So almost as good. So grab yourself some limoncello, grab yourself a glass of lemonade, whatever you want, and let's get into this video. All right, guys, I just popped my brows on off of camera to get started. So as we go through this collection, I guess I just want to go through the products in the order that I am going to apply them as I am doing my makeup. So that being said, we're going to start with eyes. So I do have the Limoncello eyeshadow palette here. So let's just talk a little bit about this for a second. So it's a 12 pan eyeshadow palette. Honestly, it feels very heavy duty. It's definitely heavier than like my other Colourpop palettes. And if you open it up, it's got a nice mirror in here. I'm not sure if it's a first for Colourpop, but definitely for these 12 pan eyeshadow palettes, like in some of the 9 pans, they have mirrors, but I don't think they usually put mirrors in like this. So this is huge, and it is a nice mirror. Like I can do a full face of makeup holding this mirror. And then these pan sizes, I noticed right away, are definitely bigger. So I'm not 100% sure how much bigger these pans are than the normal Colourpop pans, but I was just watching Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun. I was just watching her video on this collection as I was getting ready for this, and she talks about the pan sizes. So definitely go look up her video on this collection for more information, because she does a lot of good information on a lot of different collections. But anyway, so there's the palette, and then I did pick up 2 of the shadow sticks as well. And I believe that this shadow stick product is a new product from Colourpop from this collection. So I picked up the shade Check Please, which is like a matte kind of terracotta brown. So there's that one. And then I also picked up the blue, which is called Style and Ease. So there were 2 more, I believe, in this collection, but they were shimmers, and I felt like I didn't need them because there's plenty of shimmers in the palette. So I just picked up these 2. To be honest with you, I am not a huge eyeshadow stick person, but since they were part of the collection, I figured I could pick a couple up and attempt to like supplement whatever eye look I do today with these guys. So those are the eye products that we're going to be talking about today. So before we get started on eyes, I actually want to use this product right here just to prep. So this is a little mini Glisten Up Illuminating Mist Spray. So this is not a new product. It's just packaged as part of this collection. As you can see with this gorgeous like tile packaging, I just love it. And it's textured like this lemon is textured. Ugh, everything is beautiful. I don't even want to throw out these boxes boxes. They're so gorgeous. But anyway, so this is a product from Fourth Ray Beauty, which is the skincare sister brand of Colourpop Cosmetics. And this is a product that I have been wanting to try. I love a good, juicy, hydrating and or illuminating facial mist. I'm just gonna go ahead and spritz this on my skin before we put any like foundation or anything on, and then I'm gonna let it sit while we do our eyes. So I'm gonna shake it up first and then, okay. It smells like a combination of fresh oranges and sunscreen. That was like the immediate smell that I got as soon as I sprayed it, but it feels nice. It's not glittery, but it definitely has like little tiny micro shimmers in it. I feel like it kind of, it's not sticky or anything like that, and my face isn't like super wet, but I feel like it added a little bit of juiciness to my skin, so that's good. So starting off with primer, I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. This is in the shade Rose. I pulled this back out of my collection in my last video and I hadn't used it in a while, so I wanna give it some more love because I do really love this product. So I am just going to blend that all over my eyelids with my finger. All right, and then since there's not really a color to set my primer with in the palette, I'm just gonna take a little bit of setting powder. This is just my e.l.f. Halo Glow, and I'm gonna set the primer down with that. All right, so let's get started with some yellow in the crease. So I am first going to go into the shade Amalfi, and I'm gonna work that into my crease here. So I am having a really hard time deciding if I want to go neutral in the outer corner, if I want to go blue. Honestly, my gut is telling me let's play in some of these neutrals and keep it warm. So that being said, I am going to take my Morphe M441. I'm going to go into the shade Limoncello up here. I'm obsessed with all of these names. And I'm going to use that to deepen up my crease. And I don't want to take this up too high because I do want that true yellow shade to still remain peeking up out of the top of this look, but I definitely do want... Excuse me. Nappa, you're gonna have to leave the room if you don't stop making noise. Come here. Come here. Anyway, what was I saying? But yeah, so I do want some nice depth here in the crease still. And this actually is a really beautiful, it's not really yellow, but it's a really beautiful shade to deepen up a yellow. Mixing with that Amalfi shade, it's almost looking like a marigold color in the crease. Like you guys know the Crayola crayon color marigold. I think that's what I'm thinking of. I think I'm thinking of the right thing, but it's just kind of like that beautiful, like burnt cheese color almost. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that color, whatever. All right, so now for the lid, I think I wanna use these two shades right here. So this shade right here is called Serenade. It's like a nice lemonade-y yellow shimmer. And then this shade right here called Capri is like a nice metallic kind of golden olive green. So I think that the two of those will look really, really nice together on the lid. So that being said, I'm gonna start with Serenade and I'm gonna take it on a flat little eyeshadow brush and we'll see how it does on its own to start. Oh, okay, wow, that's stunning. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I love this. Okay, so that yellow is absolutely gorgeous. I didn't wet it or anything. This is just applied dry with a brush, so that is amazing. I don't really even feel like I need to wet it or anything like that. So I'm gonna get a clean flat eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna go into Capri and I'm gonna continue to blend that shimmer all over the lid. I'm gonna blend it in here with the yellow. And I feel like because these colors have such a similar undertone, they're really blending together nicely. All right, and then once that green is laid down, I'm gonna take the brush that I was using with the yellow and just kind of blend here in the middle, work back and forth with the two brushes, the two colors. I mean, they're very similar, so there's really not a stark line where the yellow ends and the green begins and stuff like that. But I just like to really make sure everything's blended together and that we have a nice balance of each color on the lid. And then really quick before we move on, I'm gonna go back up into Limon Squeezy, and I'm gonna take it on a smaller blending brush, and I'm just gonna blend this through the crease now that we've laid those shimmers down, to make sure that we don't have any harsh lines here in the crease. And the reason that I'm doing this with a smaller brush instead of doing it with the original brush is because I want to be a little bit more precise, because sometimes when you do this, you can kind of wipe the shimmer off. So I'm trying to avoid that, but honestly, that's kind of happening anyway right here in the corner. So no big deal. I'm just gonna go back in here. All right, so now I wanna deepen up the outer corner. So just for the sake of testing these out, I am going to take my shadow stick in the shade Check Please. And again, this is just a matte eyeshadow stick. So I am going to work this in the outer corner first, and then I'm gonna blend over top with an eyeshadow. So I don't want to cover up too much of the green here, so I'm being careful to just keep this right in like a little triangle here in the very outer corner. But basically, I just want to give a nice base for the powder eyeshadow that we're going to go over top with. All right, and then that being said, I'm going to go into the shade Grotto down here, and this is on a Luxie 231. And I'm gonna build that up right here where we're using that shadow stick. And I'm gonna try to just kind of blend everything together out here in the outer corner. And then as always, I do kind of like to take this shade up into the crease as well. Again, just for added depth, not taking it too far, but just enough. And then always, if you feel like you're starting to lose your crease color, you can always go back in with the brush you were using for the first couple of shades and blend. So yeah, I'm just gonna spend some time like working back and forth between all of these colors right now. Like I wanna make sure that we're not losing the green. So I'm gonna pack some more green on here. And then I actually think I wanna grab a smaller brush for this shade. So I'm gonna just pick up, this is my number 6 brush from one of my BH Cosmetics collections. I believe this is the Midnight Festival collection. Yeah, that's giving me a little bit more precision here. All right, and then I think this is gonna be the last step for the top lid right now. So I am going to take a small little pointed eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna go into the shade Vespa, and I'm gonna use this to deepen up that outer corner just even a little bit more. So I'm going to use this brush to pack it on, and then I'm going to take this brush that I was using to blend out the Grotto, and I'm going to use that to blend that color in. And then I'm just using my blending brush here to very, very softly blend everything together and make sure we don't have any harsh lines. I don't really have any extra product on this brush. I'm just kind of lightly, like, I'm holding it back farther on my brush to be a little bit lighter with it. I'm holding it very loosely, and then I'm just kind of barely touching the bristles to my eyelids, and I'm just lightly wiggling it so that everything softens up. All right, guys, I am going to pop off of camera. I'm gonna do my other eye, I'm gonna do my foundation, and then we will talk about the next products that I have in this collection, which are the blush sticks. So I have 2 of these guys. I believe there was actually 3 that were released, but I have the shades Picnic Time and Cottage Life, so I figured we can just try one on each cheek, and that'll be the next thing we talk about. So I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm back, and see, this is why I was literally doing my face makeup off of camera and I started to powder out of habit before even realizing that like I wanted to do a cream bronzer and a cream blush. So I tried to do a cream bronzer. It didn't really work. I think my foundation's too light. I need some powder bronzer stat. So let's try these blushes out so that I can get my face looking a little bit more normal. But truly guys, this is like why I just prefer powders. I feel like everybody's into cream products right now, so I'm like trying to get into them, but I just like doing my makeup with powders. But anyway, all right, so I have 2 shades of the blush sticks from the Limoncello collection. So I have Picnic Time and Cottage Life. So I'm just gonna test one color out on each cheek. Might look a little funny, but we'll get through it. I'm not going anywhere. So I'm gonna do Cottage Life on this cheek. And I've never tried these out before, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm just gonna kind of work it on my cheek and just blend it out with my fingers. That's beautiful. Honestly, this is probably the color that I would pick to pair with this look if I was going out somewhere. I feel like it's just a beautiful, like warm neutral, and it's got like a nice glow to it too. I really like that. Kind of forgot that I put powder under my under eyes, so let's get that out of here because it's making the blush set kind of weird right here. All right guys, well, I really hope this video isn't taking a turn for the worse right now, but like I said, I never use cream products, so I don't really know what the heck I'm doing. So that was Cottage Life on this cheek. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but I have this like big splotch right here where the powder and cream is not mixing very well, so just ignore it. And on this cheek, we are going to do Picnic Time. So this one is a lot more of like a bright pinky corally shade. So it's pretty, it's just probably not one that I would pair with this look if we weren't just testing them out for fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, honestly, as far as consistency goes, I actually, first impressions, like really like these blush sticks. I just need to remember to do my makeup the right way the next time. So despite the fact that I totally kind of just messed that up with not paying attention to what I'm doing, I do really like the formula of those blush sticks, and I am excited to try these colors out a little bit more. I like the tones of both colors as well. Like I said, I think Cottage Life goes better kind of with the warm browns that we have in this look. But I am going to pop off of camera and just fix the rest of my makeup before I cry, because I feel like this looks really bad right now. But yeah, let me pop off of camera. I'm gonna fix the rest of my makeup and then we'll come back and talk about the rest of the products. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up the eyes. We're gonna do the lower lash line. So I'm gonna take this eyeliner right here. This is the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Wildcat. I got this with one of their fall collections, but it's a nice metallic green, and I think it'll pair nicely with what we've got going on up top. All right, and then I think I want to keep the lower lash line pretty simple. So I'm going to take this brush that I was using earlier for the grotto, and I'm going to dip back into that shade one more time. And I'm just going to kind of stamp it along the lower lash line here, and then we'll take a blending brush and blend it out. So I'm just kind of focusing it like on the outer half here, and I'm just stamping it on with the tip of this brush. So then I'm gonna pick up a blending brush. This is a Morphe M139. It's got a nice like tapered point here, so I think this will be good for what I wanna do. So I'm gonna dip into Limon Squeezy to really enunciate that one. But I'm gonna use that to go ahead and blend out the lower lash line. So you can kind of focus like the Limon Squeezy color here in the inner corner and then drag it out and blend out the grotto as well. All right, let's do some lashes really quick. So I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes, apply mascara, and then I think I'm gonna go for my favorite House of Lashes Iconic Lights today. So I'm just gonna speed you guys through this part. All right, let's move on to lips. So there were several, I think 4 Luxe glosses released with this collection. I only bought one. I bought this shade right here. It's called Panna Cotta, and it's just a beautiful neutral, I guess almost kind of leaning like warm and peachy nude. So I think this is gonna go great with this look. And as you can see, it's pretty sheer. So I just need to pick a lip liner for underneath and maybe a lipstick as well. So first for lip liner, I'm gonna go with the shade Nutmeg from NYX. This is a little bit darker, but I think we'll be able to get like a nice 90s ombre nude lip with this. So I'm gonna line my lips with this first. All right, and then I'm gonna go over top with the shade I Am Pretty from the Milani Bold Mattes collection. This is like my favorite nude ever, and it's a little bit lighter than this lip liner, so it'll start to lighten this lip up for us. All right, and then to finish off, we are gonna go in with the Luxe Gloss in the shade Panna Cotta. It smells different than the other Luxe glosses that I've tried. It almost smells like, I feel like it smells like a lemon cookie. It smells really nice. All right, guys, before we go, I just want to touch on the two Soul Body products that came in this collection. So they are both glow oils. So one is the shimmering dry oil, and then one is the glow oil. So I'll just swatch each of these on the back of my hands. Both are in the shade Citron Crush, so they're both this like beautiful yellow gold color. So this one's the glow oil. This one has a little bit more opacity to it, and the shimmers are a little bit finer, so you can see it's like a beautiful yellow gold shade. Wow, that's stunning. Actually, I probably didn't need to put that much on the back of my hand. But that is beautiful. So this is meant to, obviously you can rub it in, you can put it all over, like on your chest, all over your body, on your legs, when you're going out in the summer, wearing a nice little sundress. Gorgeous. And then we have this one right here. So this is the shimmering dry oil. So as you can see, it's that same yellow gold color. But this one, like the oil and the shimmers kind of separate. You have to shake this one up a little bit more and just show you them side by side. So you can see how this one's like a little bit more pearlescent almost, and this one's a little bit more just like straight glittery. So I'm gonna put this one on the back of this hand. This one's a little bit runnier as well. So I'd say this one's, like I said, a little bit more glittery, but it's also a little bit more sheer. So I guess depending on your preferences, I feel like they serve the same purpose. Just depends kind of on what kind of like finish you want. So actually real quick, why don't I just put a little bit like on my décolletage here. Is it décolletage, décolleté? You guys know what I'm saying, right? So I just squeezed a little bit of that on a brush, and I'm just gonna kind of work it in here. Oh, it's pretty. I always want to use products like this more often. I love to self-tan. I love a glowy product, and I feel like when the summer rolls around, I just forget to like buy a product like this and use it. But I just think that they're so pretty. They're like kind of sexy, you know? I just really think it's like a beautiful way to amp up your skin, especially at night. Oh, look at me like holding this mirror right in front of it. But especially at night, if you're going out and you're like kind of dressed up, you know, you just got a tan on the beach or something like that, and you're going out with your friends, you're wearing a cute little dress or a cute little romper, you know, gonna go have some pina colada somewhere. I'm really painting the picture for you right now, but that's just kind of what I envision these for. And they have such a delicious smell too. It's like a tropical, they almost smell like a pina colada, like kind of coconutty, kind of fruity, just delicious. They immediately make me think of the beach. All right, my friends, so there you have it. That is the Colourpop Limoncello collection. Aside from the fact, I feel like my energy is a little bit low right now because I totally failed on like the face makeup and everything and kind of struggled there. So that kind of like bummed my flow a little bit. But aside from that, it's not the fault of the products in this collection. That was just my fault, not really paying attention to what I was doing. I really loved everything in this collection. This palette is gorgeous. I mean, all of these colors blended out beautifully. I got a nice bright colored look on my eyes, but it's totally wearable. Like I could leave my apartment like this and not be afraid that people were gonna look at me funny, you know what I mean? So it's a great way if you like these kinds of yellow and green tones to wear something a little bit brighter without overdoing it. And I would say in terms of formula, this is one of the best Colourpop has done. It was very smooth. These shimmers were extremely blinding. I really, really enjoyed this palette. And like bigger pan sizes, a huge mirror. This is a great palette. I think it's worth the investment. If you like a color scheme like this and you're looking for something to kind of spice up your collection for summer, I would consider this palette because it is beautiful. Other than that, I feel like I kind of talked about each product throughout the video as we went through it, so I don't want to go through them all again. I feel like I've pretty much said what I had to say about them all, but I really didn't have any complaints. Now, as far as these blush sticks go, I definitely need to figure out like what my makeup routine is when I'm using cream products, because I am so used to doing foundation, concealer, and then immediately powdering my face, and then like powder bronzer, powder blush, powder highlighter, all of that. I normally am a powder girl, and then I just like juice my complexion up with a bunch of setting spray once I've done all of them. That's usually what works for me. So I need to figure out my cream product routine. All in all, love this collection, love the packaging, love the concept, love the whole idea of it. I can't wait to play around with these more, and I really loved it. If I haven't said that 5 million times already. The last thing I want to mention are my cute little yellow flower earrings here. They are from my sister's Etsy shop. Shauna, if you watch this channel from the beginning, my sister Shauna used to be on this channel with me. She has since stopped doing YouTube, but you can still find some videos with her if you go back really far. But she has started making earrings, and she has an Etsy shop. I'll put the name of it right here so you can go and look her up, but I just thought that these were so perfect for this video. So definitely go check her out. She has tons of earrings. They are awesome. I'm never going to buy earrings anywhere else. And I'm not just saying that because she's my sister. They're really good. Go check her out. But on that note, I think that is going to do it for this video. So definitely let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this collection. What did you pick up, if anything? What are your favorite products? What didn't you like? All of that. Let's chat in the comments below. If you have made it this far in the video and you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And you can also hit the notification bell so that you never miss any future uploads from me. You can also follow me on Instagram. I am at DebDebGregs over there as well. And with that, I will catch you in my next video. Mwah. Love you. Bye.